Welcome back. Today, let us see the concept of classes and assignment in Ruby. The concept of class is slightly different from the concept of class in a typical object-oriented program. The concept remains same, but the semantics of using the classes in Ruby and other object-oriented programming languages are a little bit different. So in Ruby, a class starts with a keyword called as class followed by a class name and an end. The name of the class should be always in the capital letters. This is the convention. So class is a keyword, end is a keyword. So an example for this is a customer. So customer is the name of the class here. So in Ruby class, there are different variables that can be used. The local variable, this starts with an underscore. These local variables are the variables which are defined within a method. These local variables are not available outside the method. Next is the instance variable, which is uh, denoted by an @ symbol. These are available across the various methods. And instance variables are nothing but an object. Okay, so in Java, you just try to create an instance by creating a object name dot method name. So here the instance variables change from object to object. So class variables are defined by using a double-edged symbol. So these class variables are available across a different set of objects. So this object represents that this specific class variable belongs to class, and this is a characteristics of a class. The global variables are the variables which are available to all the classes. Okay. So all the global variables are started with a dollar symbol. Now, let us see how do we create the objects of class in Ruby by using a new method. As you know, the object are the instance of the class. The method new is a unique type of method which is predefined in the Ruby library. The new method belongs to all the class methods. How do we do that? Let us take a simple example. So cust1, that is cust1, is an object of a class called customer. So we create a new object by writing class name dot new. That means a new object by name cust1 is being created. Similarly, we can create cust2 as an object of the customer class. So in this example, we have created two objects, say cust1 and cust2 are the two objects of the customer class. That means the instances of the customer class is being created. Now we have at number of customers is equal to 0. So this is the instance variable. So if we write a double @ symbol, then it becomes a class variable. That means that number of customers belongs to a class variable. Now, if you see at the bottom, so there is a method called as a student, and we have three arguments, that is ID, name, and address. The customer underscore ID, customer underscore name, and customer underscore address. So these are called as local variables, okay, where these variables are available and can be used only within the method. Whereas at number of customers, if we have two @ symbol, then it becomes a global variable and it can be accessed by anybody. So any questions here? So I hope you know how to create the objects of the class. Next, we'll see how we can pass the values to the objects of a customer class. Now we can pass dynamically 1, 2, and 3 variables. So we had ID in the previous class, ID, name, and the address. So here we are creating the value for the object. Okay, we have one John and Wisdom Apartments, Ludhiana. That means these are the values which are passed to the object of the customer class. What is that object? Object is CUST1. Similarly, we can also have the values for the object to Paul, New Empire Road, Kandala. So these are the values which are being assigned to the customer to object. So when you want to retrieve it, we write object customer1 dot ID, customer1 dot name, customer1 dot add address. Similarly, customer2 dot ID, customer2 dot name, customer2 dot new say address. That means cust1 dot id, cust1 dot name, cust1 dot add. Let's see one more example. Other examples. We have a class sample, and we have defined a method within that, and we say hello Ruby. We write the end statements. How do we create an object now? Object equal to sample. Sample is the name of a class dot new. Now new object is created for a class called sample. Now we say object dot method name. Method name is hello here. So object dot hello. That means the output of the statement would be hello Ruby. Let us take a second example. We have two variables, var1 and var2, say 100 and 200 respectively. Now that becomes a global variable. Okay, now we want to access the value which is being defined outside the method. So var and var2 are called as global variables, and we want to display the value of the first global variable and the value of the second global variable, that is var1 and var2 respectively. So we have an end statement for show, and we have an end statement for example. Now we create an object equal to example. Example is the name of a class dot new. So and we write object dot show. Show is a method. So when this last line is being executed, we displays the value of the first constant, that is 100, and value of the second constant, that is 200. So in the previous examples, I have showcased uh, the creating a class called as a customer, and we have ID, name, and address. Here I take a method as an initialize, and I have a method called a display underscore details. So in the initialize method, I have got three parameters: ID, name, and address. Similarly, here I display the value of customer ID, customer name, and customer address. Now I create two objects, customer one and customer two, and I call customer one object dot method name, customer two dot method name. Now whatever the values that I have passed, the customer one object, it is one John and Wisdom Apartments, Ludhiana. So that will be displayed when CUST1 dot display details is executed. So two Paul and New Empire Road Kandala will be executed, will be showcased when I execute CUST2 dot display details. So this is an example. The fourth example is taking two classes and creating an object of it and displaying the values of a variable. So is this clear? Any clarifications in this? So you must be able to demonstrate the concept of local variable, global variable, and instance variable in the programs. Next, we will see the assignment, how it is being done in the Ruby. So we have three variables, x, y, z. The value of x will be 12, value of y is 36, and value of z. This is the easy way of representing the assignment of values to a variable. So we can see the operations on this dollar of x. Sorry, this is a hash of x. That means the value when you write the puts the value of x is, so the output will be 12. Then you can see the sum x plus y, that is 12 plus no the 36, that will be displayed. Then you can see x plus y z plus 3. This is a simple way of assigning and doing the operations on the values of the variable. So thank you. So I would like you to practice on these concepts.